view from Huddersfield, and that's the view from our helicopter looking down on Westminster, onto the Palace of Westminster and up the road up Whitehall to Downing Street, where we will see this transition of power from Keir Starmer to Andy Burnham as Prime Minister in the next couple of hours. Thank you for joining us here on BBC Breakfast this morning. It's been a busy, frantic few hours, hasn't it? I'm about to go to the Palace and hand in my resignation, and then Clive Myrie will be invited to form a new control of BBC
One. A new
One.
administration, there's no question about that. You talked about the transfer of power, and that's a really important thing to focus on, I think, in this moment, because I have reported from places where you get a transfer of power. It's not very peaceful. This has happened, 5 times over the last 4 years, 7 times in the last decade, roughly, and every single one has been peaceful, has been legitimate, and has been accepted by the vast majority of the people. Questions today about whether or not Andy Burnham should be getting a mandate, does he need to call an election, and so on and so forth. But we should be proud of that in this country at the moment, particularly given the events going on in so many other parts of the world. And I think that's an important thing to remember.
And a reminder when you see all these cameras and hear all these languages from all over the world of how much global interest there is in the UK in a moment like this.
Absolutely huge. You know, we're going to be talking to Jeremy Bowen, our international editor, about the international ramifications of this change of leadership. What could Andy Burnham be doing in terms of foreign policy, the relationship, of course, with America, and crucially with Europe as well, the continuing situation in Ukraine and so on. We'll be getting into that. But yes, here, surrounded by journalists all the way down to the gates there, hitting the main road. This is a massive story, not just for the people of the United Kingdom, huge story globally as well.
I feel like I've reserved our BBC lounger by the pool, and you now get it.
Get your swimmers on.
Look after the cat, okay? Larry the cat has been here all morning.
I don't want to mess with that cat.
Have a good shift.
Thank you so much. Thank you. John Kay there. Hello to you from Downing Street here on a day that the UK gets its 5th Prime Minister in 4 years. In about 2.5 hours from now, Andy Burnham will arrive at this door behind me to take office, replacing Sir Keir Starmer, who became Prime Minister after the general election just 2 years ago. Seems like a lifetime ago now, but just 2 years ago. And Mr. Burnham, the former Mayor of Greater Manchester, of course, was elected an MP just last month and became leader of the Labour Party just last Friday. Well, we'll bring you all the events this morning live here on BBC One, iPlayer and the News Channel, and we'll be looking at the enormous challenges Mr. Burnham will be facing. So let's take a look at what we can expect over the next few hours or so. Well, the current Prime Minister, Sir Keir Starmer, will make a statement outside number 10. That is around 11:15 today. He'll then travel to Buckingham Palace for his final audience with the King, when he'll formally hand in his resignation. After that, Andy Burnham will travel to the Palace, where the King will invite him to form a new government. And Mr. Burnham will then head to Downing Street, where he'll address the nation at around 12:45.
Rosie Winterton, sorry to press you. Thank you very much for that. Well, as I mentioned a little earlier, foreign leaders have been congratulating Andy Burnham on his appointment. We've had one from Emmanuel Macron, we've had one from Mark Carney, and the business over the next few hours, of course, is to choose his cabinet. Lots of announcements coming up, resignations as well, of course. Don't forget there are many of the cabinet secretaries who are currently in the dark about their role. What is remarkable about the last few days is how few leaks we've had about the appointments that Andy Burnham is going to make. But that is coming thick and fast over the next few hours. Let's remind you of the events so far today.
Here in Downing Street, we've just heard Big Ben ringing out the fact that it's 9 o'clock, and within the next couple of hours, it will be all change here at number 10.
So the lectern is here. We're expecting the Prime Minister to come out possibly in about half an hour or so to give his farewell address before heading over to Buckingham Palace to formally resign as Prime Minister.
I'm about to visit His Majesty the King to offer my resignation and close the book on my time as Prime Minister. My work is done. I go with good grace, I go with a smile, and I go proud of everything that we have achieved. Thank you very much.
The Prime Minister with his wife, Vic, thanking all those people who've been behind him during his time here at number 10.
Politics can be a brutal, down-dirty business, but there they are in the very elegant surroundings of Buckingham Palace. We can see Andy Burnham's car now arriving down the Mall. We could hear the whistles of the police before we saw the car. Massive moment for Andy Burnham, and this is something that one gathers from sources that he has been preparing for more than a few months. Here we have the moment after the resignation, the welcoming of Andy Burnham as Prime Minister.
The crowd here absorbing the fact that their man, Andy Burnham, is the Prime Minister of the UK and is now just a matter of moments away.
I have just come from Buckingham Palace, where I have accepted His Majesty the King's invitation to form a government. I know people at home are fed up with politics. I hear you, and I want to be honest with you. We have not been good enough. Let us make this the moment when Britain starts to believe again. The moment we bring back hope. Thank you very much, everybody.
Hello there. A few of us may